I'm Eve Pearl. I am here with lovely Chivonne, who has exciting news to tell us, and well, I'm going to let her speak.
Hi everybody, I'm Chivonne Michelle, and I am representing Park Slope in the Miss New York USA 2013 pageant, and I'm super excited to be here with Eve. She has agreed to sponsor me, which I'm so grateful for, and I'm here to learn how to do some makeup for the pageant. Great thing about Miss New York USA, we have to do our own makeup, so I've got to practice, and today that's what I plan to do.
Really easy work. So this is going to be exciting. We're going to do pageant makeup. Who doesn't love pageant makeup? So all of us want to feel like gorgeous pageant girls, and I have one right here in the chair. We're going to begin. All right, we're going to begin. I'm going to start a little priming moisturizer because we need to prime and moisturize. We're going to also do your little eyebrows. I like to use a little sponge. These are all non-latex sponges because some of us have allergies. So I do this on your face. Does your skin have a tendency to be a little more on the dry or oily side?
Oily.
Oily.
I'm a shiny girl.
Well, we want you to shine, but not in the wrong way.
Exactly.
So first I'm going to do a little bit of this, and I'm going to use the same priming moisturizer treatment on your eyebrows because I see that we need to shape them a little bit. The best thing you can do with eyebrows is not to over pluck. Sometimes it's good to just trim them and then shape them. That's what we're going to do. So how do we do that? We are going to take see, it's nice when these things are filled, but they're not always. Take a little spoolie brush and a trifold razor. So a trifold razor is great because we're going to do a couple of things. First, I'm going to trim your eyebrows before I shape them. That means I take a little scissor and I'm going to just like cut the long parts. And that will prevent us from having to make them like too short. Okay. And now we're going to take the little razor and trim. I love this trifold because I want you to see all the little hairs that it gets without hurting you.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do it this way. I'm going to give you one of these because you can do quick touch-ups on yourself, especially for those little baby hairs you can't see. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of what's left here of the prime moisturizer and make sure that we primed this and got rid of all the excess little hairs. So because your skin tends to be on the oily side, I'm going to put a little bit of the anti-shine. And this is anti-shine B, so it's got a little bit of a tint. So it's got a tiny little bit of a tint. And you don't need any more than this. So we take a little bit of this, and I'm going to put this just on the areas where you might have a little extra shine. Forehead, nose, usually chin. And you say put a tiny little droplet. If you get to be a little shiny by your hairline, you could take a little bit of the sponge and kind of like take it into your hairline as well.
Okay.
And that will prevent, and you can do that like after you put any product in. Sometimes it kind of gets shiny, just put that in. Tiny, tiny little bit. All right, we'll close all this up. I'm going to use this one palette on you. This will be part of your gift of sponsorship. You're going to be the dark palette, and basically this has the whole HD foundation in dark. It's got the tan salmon concealer, the dark salmon concealer, a little bit of blush, and here's a mattifier. Here's an illuminator. So this you could use also to take out the shine, but I like this to be used on your eyes. It'll make sure that it keeps your makeup on. So we're going to first take this. I'm going to take it with the 115 brush. I'm going to put this, it's going to prime your eyelids. We're going to do this right here and here. Just a little bit of it, so you can see it's not a whole heck of a lot, but enough to get there. And then I'm going to take a sponge that's slightly damp. I want to make sure it's not too wet. And we work this in and this in. This will prevent, you know, anything from creasing, and we'll keep everything nice. And we're going to go with the foundation brush and to the foundation. We're going to go to the side that says Eve Pearl. That's going to go on the side 1. The other side goes on the side 2. We're just going to do your eyes first. I put the side 1 on your eyelids, and the side 2, when you're going to do yourself, just do your whole forehead with the side 2. But because I'm going to be touching your face, I'm going to only do the area above your eyebrows. The reason we do that is so that when you put your, you know, eyebrow powders and all that stuff in, everything will stay. And we do the top of your face first. This way you can do it way faster than all the other girls, because whatever falls on your face you'll be able to clean up, and you won't have to waste time trying to blow on things. And because we want it to be long lasting, I'm going to put this fixative powder on you, and this will make it waterproof as well, so no matter how much you're perspiring or walking around, it'll be fine. Taking a dry sponge, I'm just putting a tiny drop in here, and then I'm going to actually use the tan pressed powder on you, because I don't want your, you know, because you're sort of like on the cusp of being tan or dark. I want to use the dark foundation, but I want to use the tan pressed powder. So sometimes when someone's, you know, an in-between color, use like a foundation that's dark and a pressed powder that's lighter, and that will give you your balance. And for your eyeshadows, I think what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 sets. And for your eyes, we're going to use the Bombshell palette, and being that it's Pageant, we're also going to use the Diva palette, because you need to have a little bit of everything. I want you to have all the varieties you need.
I like the Diva part.
Yes, of course. That's
just a little bit.
Well, we have some good things to, you know, to strive for. We put all this away, and we begin. And I know these look like there might be colors that are too light for you, but this is going to work out, and I want to make your traveling easy also.
Yeah, there's a lot of events to get to.
Yeah, we begin. All right, here we go. I'm going to take the 103 eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to start right here into this darker color of the powder, because I want to make sure that this is really powdered and set before we put anything shiny on here. We start out here. Next step. Cannot do without the Eve Pearl Black Liquid Liner. And we're going to give you a line that, being that you're going to be on stage and this is pageant makeup, it really needs to show, but you want to be a beautiful pageant girl / semi-showgirl, but not really a showgirl. You know, the goal is to still look beautiful, sexy, elegant, but ready for the stage, and that the TV camera's going to see you, and the judges are going to see you. So it's a lot to, you know, it's a lot of pressure. Open. So you want to take the liner out the way we did, make little wings. And if you're not sure how to do that, sometimes you can do that when your eyes are open. See where your eyes end and then just take it up, because sometimes people take it down too low and it looks like a weird little circle. And then we're going to make it even more intense. Yeah, it's just a good little gauge on how we're going to start.
It's a great trick.
Yeah, but that's how we do it in theater. And the other thing that we do, and another little trick I will show you, is we're going to take the 105 little crease brush. I'm going to take this dark color right here. And the trick is if you look straight ahead, when your eyes are open, you get to see where your crease is going to be able to be seen. So if we just like do a little faux crease with the brown color, it will give us a gauge of where we want the crease to go to, because you want this to be seen on the stage, but then to be blended. So that's how high we're going to take the crease. So when you close, you'll have like a big lid. All right, and then you close your eye, and then we're going to make this go up and connect these two.
Shade your head to the left a little bit when you do that side.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
this way? Okay.
Yeah, this one's just going.
Sure. So we're going to create this little crease right here. And that's going to be our gauge. Yeah, you can look straight ahead. I'll move the chair. And the same thing here. And this is very important to open. So this is that little faux crease is kind of an important crease to have, just to start out with. And now we begin. I'm going to go to the Diva palette, and I'm going to take the black. And now I'm going to go, once I know I like where the crease is, and I'm going to make, I'm going to just turn over, I'm going to make this a little bit more intense. And I'm going to start taking it out a little bit. And then look in the mirror just to make sure that it's going in the right direction, you know, like when you're doing your self-edge, you will be looking in the mirror. And we just first want to just create that shape of where it's going to go without taking it too wingy. I think that's good. No, we'll fix it. All right. Going back to the same two colors, I'm going to go now into the blue and into the green. Because with the you know, we want to make sure that you also stand out. I'm going to take the blue and the green, and I'm going to put that right down here and right above. A little blue, a little green. I'm going to put that on the inner corner and a little bit right above that black. And it does not have to be perfect, because you know, with the whole E-Pro method, I want to show you how you can start out, make it look semi-messy, but by the time we're done, it's going to be perfect. I don't want us to get caught up on nonsense stuff. We're going to take the little mixer blender brush. I'm going to go into the number 2 and 3 colors. This is going to go right here on the edge of where the dark colors are. And then above, I'm going to take it out. What I'm doing now is I'm just creating layers, and I'm just trying to see if we like the direction. And then we're going to put in one more layer of all that, because we want to make sure it stays, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, since we kind of liked, I like the way that went, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take the black and the blue. I'm going to put it right here on the outside edge. I'm going to add a little bit of that brown. And we're going to create that crease. And now we're going to make it more intense. Because until you know what you like, you have to test it out on yourself. And we're just making that crease deep now. And I'm using a lot of that brown. Okay. I'm going to go now to this little champagne color right here. A little bit of the champagne with the 108 brush. Now we want to make sure that we make the lid pop out. And I'm doing all of this before any eyelashes go on. Anytime you're going to use any sort of shimmer or anything, do it before your eyelashes go on. Because by the time your lashes go on, if you put shimmers on, it's going to end up on your eyelashes. It's going to look really weird. We're going to do one more coat right here of the liner. Let's see. Joe, you're going to have fun editing, because as I'm going along, I'm trying to also figure out what's working and what colors work. I'm going to take the crease up higher. Higher still.
That's nice and dramatic.
It's going to be nice and dramatic, and we're going to make sure your lashes go on, but you will still look like you. So let's see how high we'll take this up. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to clean off a little bit of all that stuff that's falling down so we don't scare you. I'm going to take this. So and that's why we're doing the eye makeup first, because I want you to see how important it is that, you know, you're going to have all these dark colors, and if you put your foundation on already, it's going to be kind of a messy, and you're going to have to waste a lot of time trying to prevent it from falling or putting powder on your face. It's just not worth it. You're better off just cleaning it off. You're making a huge mess. Pardon me. Somewhere. Okay.
I like it. It looks really cool.
We're gonna get there. Wait till we're gonna get. It's gonna be amazing by the time we're done. But it's really a work in progress, because until we figure out how we like the look. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronzer here with the number 107 brush. I'm gonna put the bronzer right above the dark color, and a little bit right in here. And that's gonna soften that up. Yep. A little bit more of the bronze from the palette. It's gonna go right on the top edge, back and forth. Great, so now we're softening it up. But by the time we put the lashes, we might need to harden it up again. So we're not sure. It's a work in process. All right, time for lashes before we move on. I'm gonna double them up. I'm gonna use some 107s, I'm gonna use some 109s. I'm gonna double them up on you because we want this to really, you know, you're on the runway. I'm gonna actually leave the 107s down on the bottom, and I'm gonna take the 109s and put them right above. The way you do that is you take the lash, and I'm basically gonna put it right on top, one lash right over the other lash. I like starting it on the inner. You place it, and then once you have these, they're reusable. So it's a cool thing to do. You put them on. This way you don't have to get like drag queen looking ones. Although I do love a good drag queen look. I know, that's always the goal, right? Is to look like a girly drag queen. So we're doubling them up, and you just want to make sure it stays on that rim so that you can't see that there's two lashes. Heck, no one will even know you have fake lashes. That's the goal. So once again, we take the lash, we put it right on the inner. I know I'm totally blocking you, you can't see anything, but you'll have the video so you can practice. When is your event?
It is in January. The pageant is going to be the 18th, the weekend of the 18th. I'm so excited.
How can people support you, by the way, if they want to?
If people would love to watch it online, it will be available. And also, if you're a local New York person, it will be in Westchester. So it would be great if you could come for the weekend and bring us on.
There you go. Then you can see how, you know.
See how good I've gotten.
Yes. She got everything down. I think you'll be just fine.
I'll be a pro.
Yes. So now I want to still test it out and see what size it is. Boom. Now I'm going to cut a little bit off the edge. So the lashes, right, have been stuck close together. So there's two on here right now. I have two. And then I measured them on your eye. I'm going to cut a little bit off the outside. And really, as a pageant, you can, but you don't have to. I'm going to just cut a little bit. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the outside, just like two of them. I take these lashes. These really don't even want to stick together.
Camera.
I'm talking to myself. I don't want. This is not for the camera because I can't get them to stick together. So if you can't get your lashes to stick together, because sometimes the more expensive the lashes, there's not a lot of excess glue because they're more natural looking. What you do is you take your glue. Yeah, I want to use our little tube. Here it is. You take your little black eyelash glue. So when you have the glue come up, you don't want to hold it over somebody. You have a little bit of the glue come up. And basically, I'm going to glue them together as they're drawing all at the same time. I think I got some on the finger. Yeah. If this happens to you, that's okay. That's a little glue. Don't panic, okay? I'm a professional, but I don't want you guys to ever panic. They're like, oh, I got glue on my finger. So what? Make sure that there's glue on the lashes, okay, on both of them, but a thin, thin coating. It's like a thin coat of glue. Take your tweezer. Now when you're gonna do yourself, you're gonna need 2 tweezers. So when you do yourself, you're gonna take 1 tweezer and 2 tweezers, and then you go towards your eye. This is a very important trick. It's really hard to stick your fingers in there. 2 tweezers. We're gonna place this down, side 1, on one side, then boom on the other side. As soon as you have the placement, you wanna open your eyes to make sure you didn't glue yourself shut. Okay, close, because sometimes you will. Don't panic, don't get hysterical. Make sure that you move the lashes down, and then we're gonna do that little Eve Pearl method trick of flipping these suckers up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. While those are drying, we're going to take these off. And I'm going to try not cutting these, and we'll see which ones we like better.
Okay.
All right, because I only cut a little bit off. And I'm thinking for pageant, we might like the whole thing. But we'll see. So we're going to place the lash, and now we're going to say open your eyes. Great, and close. I think I might like the long version because it looks a little bit more dramatic, but we'll see. Because you also want to be semi-comfortable, because that day, although that day nothing will be comfortable. Your bra will be hurting you, your shoes will be hurting you, you'll feel nothing. But there'll be a lot of excitement.
This is true.
So we let that dry, we keep pushing it up because we want to make sure it's not going to create a weird shadow, because what a lot of women do is they leave it straight and then it ends up creating a shadow on their face. We don't want a shadow. All right, we let that dry. As that dries, we're going to do your eyebrows. We're going to go back to our one palette. We're going to grab the brown, brush your brows up, and we're going to start right here. Now I love dramatic eyebrows for anything that's going to be on stage. We're going to take yours out. And you can make the arch, you can take it out, you can pull it further out from your eye.
It's a bad eyebrow day.
Well, it's every day. For some of us, could be a bad eyebrow day. You want to just, well, you kind of want to make it kind of really dramatic. And then if we think, oh, that's too much, we'll just take it down. It's important to test these things out before the day of and take photos and have even somebody videotape you just to see what it looks like on camera. And strong brows are in now, so it's, you know, but we'll see how we feel when everything else is done. That's why I always say everything is a work in progress. Okay, well that's drying. We're going to put some mascara on you. All right, so then we're going to put mascara. It's going to attach those lashes. Then you'll have this. So look down. So we're going to attach your lashes. And when you do this, just put one finger behind the fake lashes and put the mascara to connect them together. And you might want to do this a couple of times. Oh, and then I'm going to show you what to do in case one of your lashes comes off on the edge. Okay. And we'll do another coat later on, but for now, let me show you what you do if one of your lashes comes off at the edge. Just keep either a brush or something really thin. I'm going to put a little bit of this glue right here. Tiny drop of glue. This is a tiny thin little Q-tip, but anything you might have. And I'm going to put this right on the outside edge because right here it was coming off. Usually they'll come off on the outer edge or the inner edge. Either way, you just take a little glue. It doesn't matter if you get it on the lash or on the skin. Just get the glue on and then make sure you combine it with the lashes. We're going to do one more little coat because you can never have enough mascara. And the great thing is when you reuse these, they'll already have mascara on them, so you'll have to use like only once. You'll have to do it just to put them together. I love used eyelashes. I mean my own used eyelashes. All right, so once we've done that, now we want to connect the liner together. Boom. Here we go. So we're going to take the liner, and then you want to, when you're doing it to yourself, you're going to look straight in the mirror and just do the liner here. But when I'm doing it to someone else, you say, could you look here where my hand is? Then I'm going to go right in here and connect this liner, and then do the whole thing, might as well since we're here. And then look right here where my hand is. And this will connect so that you won't be able to see where the fake lashes start. And also this will give you a way to even all this out. Look straight. Good. So now we have the lashes working. And now we can also take this out further. Cool.
It doesn't feel too big. It feels pretty good.
It's, yeah, I think by the time you're done, and we'll, you know, as it's better to tweak it now, and that's the whole thing. You want to feel good about yourself, that you look like yourself and not like, you know, uncomfortable in your skin, because it does read. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the rest of the stuff off, and we'll end up doing more things to your eyes, but at least it'll be more on the minimal side. All right, now we're back. We are back to our Cream Flawless Face Palette. This is the dark. So we're going to take our foundation brush. We're going to use the side 2 of the brush, like the back side, the side that says foundation on it. This is 101 brush. We're going to grab the darker part of the foundation, not the lighter, the darker with that. The side that says Eve Pearl, the lighter goes on that. This is the whole thing of the reverse contour. This is what it's all about. We are going to take the side 2 part, and that's going to go right here on your cheek. See how much darker it is? Don't be scared about that. But smile for a moment. This is exactly where it's going to go, is where your smile is, like right here. And this is going to look amazing on not only on TV but in real life. So the darker side goes here, and the lighter side goes right underneath. You see again where that little cut is, and right around. So that's going to give you your beautiful cheekbones. And the darker part is going to get rid of any discoloration you have, and also on your forehead and on your chin. And on your nose, you can do a combination of the two. And then right under your eyes, we're going to take the salmon concealers. I'm going to use a little bit of the tan, a little bit of the dark, and that's going to go right underneath here. So you see how that breakdown is? I'm going to blend one side just for you to see how it's going to look, and then we'll do the other side. So we take the little damp sponge. By the time your eyes are done, your sponge will be more dry, so put a little bit more water on it because you don't need that much coverage everywhere. So a little bit more water, and then we're going to blend. And I always start blending from the area down here where your skin is more flawless, because you see it matches your neck really well. And this is going to be where your blush goes anyway, so it's okay that it's darker. So I'm going to do first the bottom area, then your under eye area, and then I'm going to do your cheeks, so that the whole thing will just be beautiful and will match your neck. Okay, looks lovely. Now we go to the other side. When you're doing this at home, by the way, you can do the whole thing at the same time. I was just showing you. But look at how dark this is for the side too. Look at the cream. It's totally fine that it's this dark. Don't be scared of it. On the forehead and on the chin. The lighter goes right underneath. See where your beautiful cheek area is? If you have a little blemish, use the darker side. That will get rid of the blemishy color. And then the combo is going to go on the nose. We're going to take the concealer brush on both the tan and the dark. That's going to go right underneath. And you could also put that right up here. It's going to be a great little eraser. And on the inner parts of your eyes, I'm going to go to the sponge and blend everything nicely. Great. Lovely. Another little trick, if you want to highlight certain areas on your eyes, if you go to the lighter color of the salmon concealer, this is the tan, I'm going to just make sure that I put that right over here. We're going to make this really light right here. And the same thing right here. And also for the under the brow bone, it's a good little way to kind of highlight there. If anyone has any darkness around their lip area, you could also put it around your lip area. You can just gently work it in. No, we are not done. We're going to take our 120 dual fiber brush. This is a great little brush. I'm going to go on the blush, just a couple of little dots right here, just a tiny little dots, almost nothing. And then as you smile, it's going to go on your cheek, just to give you a little warmth. And also gives you coverage all at the same time. There we go.
That's great. It's nice and bright, but it's surprisingly subtle in real life. Like, it feels good.
They're all the exact same. It's all the foundations, just so you know, all of the foundations, the concealers and the blush, they're all the same consistency. They're all foundation concealers and they're skin treatment. So yeah, you should feel like you have nothing almost on your face, but it's going to work on the cameras. And I want to have a little more coverage just to cover up that little blemish. So I'm going to take a little bit of the side two of the foundation and a little bit of the blush together, and I'm just going to dab it right here. So there. So if you kind of have blemishes or anything extra, these dual fiber brushes are great because you could just go over that particular area that you want a little bit more coverage on. Look how innocent and cute you look. But we're not done yet. We can't leave you like that looking all. This would be like a very nice regular, you know, every day even, but that's why we have to make it more than. Okay, now we're going to powder. You know, these are great little powder puffs. Look how nice, and the ones you're going to have, you can wash and reuse. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of the powder and I'm going to put it into the tan. And that was the powder B, by the way, the fixative. And I'm going to take a little bit of this. I like to put it into a tissue because I don't want too much on here. And then I'm going to make sure that, like, you see how I'm working it in. Don't just do it with a brush, because if you want it to last a long time, you want to kind of like work it in. Like you mean it. So you need to sort of, the same thing goes for those of you that are makeup artists. When you're doing this, you know, don't just like do this, like really kind of work it in without removing the makeup.
So you get to beat up the bottle a little?
Yes, well, hopefully that's not painful.
No.
Just a little semi-aggression, but not a lot. This is like beating somebody up. But this is like, I care to make sure that your makeup lasts for a long time and you don't have to bother me again. That's usually, as a makeup artist, your thoughts are, I don't want, you know, because we don't want to bother people when they're on set and doing their things. And they don't want to be bothered. Yeah, that's always the goal, is you don't want to be touching people's, and they don't want you to be touching them either. Then I'm going to take the dry sponge and put it into the little bit of the powder that I have. So I'm going to do it on both sides with the little thin side, and then I'm going to remove the excess on the powder puff. These are, you know, little extra things to note to take you from, you know, being a regular makeup artist to, I think, knowing a little bit more. This way you ensure that you're not going to have those creases there. All right, so now I'm going to take the black pencil and I'm going to just line everything. Oop, that's okay. You can look up. Let's see. Look up. That'd be good. So I'm going to make sure that we line this down here. That's fine. You don't have to look up anymore. You can look straight ahead. I'm going to take it in, see if I like it like that, and then we'll try the other side not taking it in. We don't know. We're experimenting. Let's see. That one we didn't take in. Then we'll see which one we're going to like better. So if you made a little mush and you need to clean it up, take your concealer brush. You can go right underneath it. It's fine. But we're going to be smoking that area out anyway. We're going to go to our 106 brush and this little bronzer color here. Now you are going to dust things off. Usually I'm like, don't do this, it takes time. But when your whole foundation is on, you don't want any loose powder. So you just dust that off. And we're going to do this right underneath. And we're going to kind of smoke this out and see if we're going to like taking it up with it. Maybe, or you tell me, how are you more comfortable with your eye? Having it look more not connected or connected?
I like it on this side.
Connected.
I think it looks a little bit
like more dramatic?
Exactly.
All right, so
like
we're going to,
a real pretty girl.
so we're going to totally connect this, and then we're going to do it with the liquid as well, and we'll do this here too. When the makeup is getting all done, that's a good way to kind of know how to add a little more or take away more as things are coming together. So we're going to add a little bit here. And the same thing here. And now that I'm seeing everything come together, I'm going to take the 116 brush and back to this one little palette. I'm going to take the brown. I want to take this up a little bit higher now. I want to make it a little bit more slightly more intense. Okay. And if at any point you think, oh, I've taken it too far, like let's say you've made an accidental mess and you've taken it really, really far down and it's looking bad. Don't panic, just go back to your concealer and just sort of like clean it up in that area. All you have to do is go back to your concealer, grab a little bit of the lighter color. You know, sometimes just knowing how to do cleanups is a good thing. And just go kind of clean up the area that you want to highlight or brain or clean. So you see how simple that is? Don't panic in case you go too far. Yeah. So you could make this a really sharp line if you want. And that's with the salmon concealer color. But remember, when you do that, you have to go over it with a little bit of the powder. So go over it with the powder and just press the powder around. All right, so we have that, we have that. You're still looking very natural. We're gonna go back to the palette. We're gonna take a little bit of these two colors, both a little pink, a little peach. I'm gonna go right on top and I'm gonna take this out a little bit, both of these colors. I'm just gonna pull everything out a tiny drop. And now we're going to go to our fan brush, little fan brush, and both of these colors. All right, we're going to take our little fan brush and we're going to go over both of these colors. And now, as you smile, I'm going to put the blush right here. Lovely. A little bit of both of these colors. Finger puff down. And a little bit on your forehead. We'll put a little bit on your chin. Now, depending on what you're wearing, if you're going to be wearing things that are open, take a little bit of both of these colors and just put them a little kind of all over, just so that you're not, even though your colors are matching, you need to have something on your skin because the lights are going to be so strong on you. So smile again. All I'm going to do is take again these two colors and put it right in here, right on your apples. That's good. Lovely. So what colors do you like usually on your lips?
Actually, I've been trying to be more of a daredevil and do more with colors, so I'm kind of in love with red right now.
Let's
but
do
I'm
it.
open to anything.
I think red will make you stand out, and I think people are loving red, and they also might be drawn to you more because you're taking the chance of going with the red. So I want to just make sure we do your bottom lashes. This is a little mini fan brush. It's terrific if you don't want to get those clumpies and you don't want to make a big mess under your eyes. I like using this, especially if I'm doing somebody else. I think yourself you can do it with the brush. Okay. Are you feeling comfortable with your look? Good. So here is our palette. This is our lip palette. So we could choose and play and figure out what color we like. I think we're gonna go with the red. This is our Hollywood Affair, okay?
Great name.
Of course, we're gonna take a little bit of the Hollywood Affair. Yeah, it'll be amazing on you, but I think we're also gonna maybe combine it with a little bit of the Vampire Kiss.
Ooh,
so a little yes, there you go. You're gonna have the best of both worlds. So a little Vampire Kiss and a little bit of the Hollywood Affair. We're gonna grab a lip brush. We're gonna start with the Vampire Kiss as the base. Okay, we're gonna just do a little bit of this. Oh, you can close. So this is the Vampire Kiss, what it looks like. Has a little bit of a winey type of a color. That I'm gonna just leave kind of in the center area. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of this Hollywood Affair. Because I want it to be more of a blue red. Now here's a little hint. If you take, this is the caramel pencil. Sometimes it's easy to do the pencil afterwards when you want to not see the pencil line. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the color from in here and I'm just pulling it out. It's easier to do that with the pencil than with the brush.
Yeah, I always find myself messing that part up when I do it with the lipstick too.
Yeah, because like, oh, you can't make it even. I mean, you could do it before, but if you do it after, then you can actually just take the color of the lipstick itself and have it go out with that.
Oh, that's fun.
That's a fun color. So we're going to take now a little more of the red. We're not done with the red. We have that. I think the red will be nice. I think it's going to make you stand out. You look very classic and classy. Pardon my head.
I love a little bit of elegance.
And we're going to put some Hot Mama on you. A little Hot Mama red. Yeah. Because you would look like a Hollywood, truly like a Hollywood femme fatale. Open. And we're going to make sure we get in here. Okay. And I'm going to take your bottom lip just a tiny bit down here. Now here's a little trick. In case you go crazy and you made your lips like crooked or weird or big, you know, and you need to clean something up, go back to your palette with the little concealer brush, go back to the little tan, or even both of these colors of the foundation. You don't want too much product, so like wipe the excess off, but it's a great way to clean up, you know, around your lip area. So you could really have it, because the Hollywood Glamour, they kind of had that part down there a little thinner.
awesome.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really pretty.
Well, you look gorgeous. I would love to see you now with the whole effect.
Okay.
And I mean, I like the red, but you know what we could also do when you come back is we could try the whole thing with another lip color as well. So I think we'll do the red, which I love, but I think we also should do the other look with maybe something a little bit, no, I like the red.
I like the red. All it's missing is the crown.
I think, and that's not too far away. Let me just see now. As we're filing, you know, I just want to, because it's a crazy makeup artist, I have to make sure that it's all. I'm going to go back into this Diva palette just for one more moment. I'm going to go into these two colors, and I'm going to just put a tiny drop right on the very, very top. The other thing you want to make sure is that you don't have a makeup ring that kind of just stops by your hairline. What you want to do is take the edge of your clean sponge and just basically, we're not trying to put it in your hair, but we're just trying to wipe to make sure that there's, when the lights hit you, it doesn't just stop in a particular way. This is all things for staging. So you want to make sure it's sort of, you're clearing makeup off from this section. So there's, you know, no line, no crazy line of demarcation. All right, let's go see. I can't wait to see you with your gown on. All right, go put it on.
Awesome.
Oh my God! Take it slowly, slowly. Let us slowly come. There you go. Make your walk. Ta-da! You are
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Okay, here's the crown on you.
Oh yeah, cute tears.
You know,
cute
right?
tears.
Practice the whole thing about stopping them. How do you feel?
I feel really beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys, you have to make sure you support Chivonne. What can they do?
Oh, hi guys. How are you doing? You can go to my Facebook, facebook.com/Chivonne Michelle. I am running for Miss New York USA 2013. Currently, I'm representing Park Slope, and I'm sponsored by the awesome Eve Pearl, who has done the amazing makeup on me today that I have to recreate all by myself. Help me, Lord.
You'll do it.
See how that goes. But I would really appreciate it if you guys could tune in online when the pageant starts January 18th, or just come to my Facebook, show a little bit of support, a little bit of love. It'd be really awesome.
She looks great, and you know what? You two can do this. You saw it wasn't that difficult. I mean, we don't all get to start out as gorgeous as this young lady, but you know what? We can all be a pageant girl inside, no matter what age. So good luck, and thank y'all.
Thank you.